What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So firstly, I do apologize if this intro is a little bit shaky and not up to our usual quality. This dumbass over here forgot the camera at home. I can feel Andrew and Yaku both here looking at me with major disapproval. But anyway, we're just gonna have to make do. So in today's video, it's gonna be a little bit all over the place. We have got a frantic weekend ahead of us. So between now, which is Wednesday, and next Monday, we have got 7 car shows to attend. So because of that, we're not sure how much work we're gonna get through on the car, but there are some bits and pieces that we absolutely have to sort out. We need to finally get the rest of our trim off and peel off the carbon wrap and start cleaning it up so we can figure out whether we need to get new trim, whether we can paint it, or what our plan's gonna be with that. So we're gonna need to do that as well. We've also got a replacement badge for the back. As you guys might remember from a couple of videos ago, we replaced the badge at the front, but when we bought the one for the back, we bought the wrong size. Who the I was waiting for that. And then lastly, as you can probably see behind us, we've got the spoiler back on now that it's painted, and we've also done a full test print of the 3D printed rear window spoiler. So as you guys can see, we've now got it on. There are some little gaps here that we need to sort out, but overall it is looking like it is fitting pretty flush. We've got it matched up really nicely to the window, but we just need to fix the curve going from the point all the way around here, because you can see that the gap opens up. Now don't pay too much attention to the waviness of it. We just did this as a very quick test print to see if it was all going to fit. When we do the final thing, we're going to be doing it a lot slower and a lot nicer. It also won't look like it's the Jamaican flag. We also need to fix the angle. This kicks up way too much and is going to be throwing air straight over the rear spoiler. So Adrian Newey himself would be absolutely disgusted in this. So we're going to flatten this out nicely so that it guides the air down towards the spoiler. Our front apron had to come off because, as you can see in this light here, we've got a nice ding. So we're going to show you the process of us changing that out for a new one. There you go.
It's gonna be a mission.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna be.
You know what? You just come in and take all the credit.
No,
the hard work that Jake and I were doing.
Guys,
So you just come and take it off and make it look like you did it.
I'm not taking any credit. They did this. I just helped get it off.
I'm gonna put a little heart over here. You know, like, aww.
You need a microfiber.
Because apparently we're not allowed to have more than 2.
I did not say that. So you can't have them in my house.
Yes, you did.
I must have a box of them somewhere.
They're all in the cupboard in the
No, they're not all there. I've got a lot more than that.
look in your cupboard.
I saw that flick flack.
Right, everyone, so we didn't want to bore you with the bumper going back on because you guys have seen that on and off a couple times throughout the series so far. But as you can see, we've got everything back on now, and we have realized that this aftermarket front apron is not exactly up to OEM spec.
Over here, you can see I can actually fit a good chunk of my pork sausage fingers underneath that apron there, and it's really not just fitting so great. The grills fit fine because there's no dent, but the same is this side as well, so it really doesn't fit so great. And we don't think it's bent because it does sit tight up against the actual headlight as well.
So we've decided what we're going to do is we're going to leave it on for now. What it does allow us to do is to take our OEM apron and get that repaired. So that's probably what we're going to do, is we're going to get that dent pulled out. Hopefully we can get that done using paintless dent repairers, because that means we won't have to respray it right now. So we're going to run it like this for a while. If you see the car in person, don't look too closely, but this apron will definitely not be staying on. You get it,
I'm laughing because you're laughing.
What did you say? Brandon,
What?
what did you say?
I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't tell you something. I can't remember. I'm using the old sticker that we took off the car to move around our epoxy.
Right, so I've already done the other side, but what we're going to do is we've got some Pratley's putty here. It's basically a 2-part epoxy. We're going to be using this to just try and fill. There's a small crack This bonds really well and it kind of like spreads itself through the crack nicely. So I'm going to use this to just try and fill the crack, and then we'll perfect it with a bit of spot putty afterwards. Right guys, so I've now filled the crack. Andrew is just going along with spot putty to fill in the rest of it so we can sand it nice and smooth. Alright guys, so as you would have seen a couple videos ago, we had a bit of a problem with the car running quite rich, and we've now since learnt, and I had a sneaky suspicion prior that the mass airflow sensor might be at fault. So what I'm going to do now is take the mass airflow sensor out. I want to have a good look at it. Apparently there's 1 or 2 different brands that there are, so I want to try to get a part number off of it and see if I can find a replacement. So I'm just going to pop it out quickly. They are prone to failing on E36s, so everyone that I've spoken to, and even in our TikTok live, which is currently still running, the guys say you need to find replacements for it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to find the part number and find a replacement for that too. Right, so there she is. Right guys, so this is our mass airflow sensor. This has definitely been replaced before because that's been scratched in by hand, a part number or something on the side there. So I'm going to try to figure out where this is from and why it's not working, but it just sounds like it's a problem, so we're going to find another one. We have consulted with our experts on our TikTok live. We've got a couple E36 owners on the live and they've been very, very helpful actually. So this is not an original part. Someone has definitely scratched a number on there at some point, and there is no brand or anything on here, so the guys on TikTok reckon this is a fairly cheap knockoff. There are 2 resistors on it. There is a resistor there and there's a smaller resistor there. I've just checked using our faithful multimeter that it still has resistance, and it does. So it's obviously not one of the resistors that are blown, which leads me to think that something inside this unit here has popped. So I might open it up, might not, but in all reality, if this is a bit of a cheap knockoff part, I think it's probably better to just replace it anyway. What you doing?
Driving the BMW.
You don't have to hit full send yet.
But I want to.
Did we leave our Red Bulls in the garage?
We did.
Ah, crap. So overall, driving something like this, how does it compare to what you were expecting?
It's a lot better than what I was expecting.
Is it?
I'll give you that.
Yeah. And how does it compare to the Figo?
No, you can't compare to Becky. You cannot compare to Becky.
Guys, since we've got this car, I've been trying to convince Jen to drive it. And
Go, Jay, go.
now she's wanting Yaku to move quicker. And we finally got her driving it. And it's not so bad.
No, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad. So as I mentioned earlier in this video, we did go to a couple different events this weekend, and seeing as how the channel was started by doing events coverage, we thought we would do a little bit of a throwback to our roots and show you guys some of the highlights from this weekend's shenanigans.